ask you a question. Who hasn't finished your midterm exam? I believe, no, you're not an NTU student. I believe I'm the one that starts the earliest and ends the latest. I just finished one yesterday and one this afternoon. So I want to talk about the terrible semester I'm suffering right now. So to begin with, I want to tell you about my personal information, background information. I'm studying in information management, which is the combination of computer science and management courses. However, I've never learned how to do programming before I enter college. And programming languages, just like all the other languages in the world, there's a very big difference between those who have learned when they're little and those who have learned after they grow up. And obviously, most of my classmates have learned before entering college, but me, I'm the latter. So I really had a hard time to catch up with them. Like, for example, the final exam of the first semester, I scored 20 out of 120, which most of my classmates scored 90 out of 120. Yes, almost failed it, but my professor said. So I spent a lot of time to catch up with them, and it just merely catch up the average of the classmates. And it just grades, not the ability of programming. So in this semester, I found out that even I improved a little, my classmate has already set up their goals into a higher level. All of them want to apply for grad school in the US. And on the other hand, I have difficulty to enter into grad school. They even tell me like, hey Ethan, why are you staying in Taiwan? You know, it's not promising, and also it's a waste of time to study in NTU. If you want to study NTU, why not just go to work directly? And I feel sad, angry, but I don't know what to do. So therefore, I decided to set the goal as high as they did. However, I don't know how to start with. You know, the gap between me and them is just too high and too deep. I don't know how to catch up with them. There's an old saying goes like, if you don't know what to do, then fake it till you make it, right? So I started to do whatever they do. Those classmates, they always selected multiple different hard courses, and also they participated in club activities, and they also play music or they learn other interests while their free time. So I decided in this semester, I selected multiple different difficult courses, and I became the president of the tutorial semester. And also I started to learn photography in the weekends. Well, that's why I look so stressed out right now, this moment. Okay, I want to share 3 things I've learned throughout the half of this semester. First thing is that you always have to be optimistic all the time. Like those who I admire a lot, they always have very high self-confidence and be optimistic all the time. Even though they don't know those problems, they even didn't get deep into the problems, they still have the confidence to solve it. And they always not worry about the deadlines. On the other hand, I really have difficulty to do that. I'm very pessimistic. I don't know what about my future, and I'm also very cynical. Question myself all the time. But as you have learned before, the law of attractions, if you believe yourself, then you're gonna make it. Well, I don't know how to prove it in the right way, but I can prove it in a contradictory way. That I've disbelieved myself in a pessimistic way throughout my whole life, and like thousands of times, and those always results in bad endings. So I suggest all of you and me to look into an optimistic way. Okay. The second thing is that when you are learning or doing things, it's important to stay grounded. I'm never a student to stay grounded. Like I always, look up the answers and reach out to my friends for help while solving problems. There's always something like an alarm clock in your heart, in my heart. Like over 2 hours, there's no result. I start to being very nervous, anxious, and then I just, look up ChatGPT, look up, Coursera or something like that, or I just ask my friend to help me debug. Yeah, and it might get high score, but it doesn't really result in good learnings. I always felt a little bit emptiness at the end of the semester because I didn't really learn the whole picture of learning. And it results in a vicious cycle with the first point, like be optimistic, because I don't have that ability to be self-confident. So in this semester, the third year, people wouldn't help me because they're always busy. They're busy doing internship, they're busy researching. And also, the knowledge I'm learning isn't capable to use ChatGPT to solve it. Therefore, I have to solve it by myself. I always have to stay up midnight to stare at the desktop and coding nothing. But after all, I can just do it a little, and then I gain a little bit of achievement, and the achievement just accumulates, and I feel really, really happy about it. And also, I've have to strike a balance between sleeping and solving my problems, and also preparing the homework. So, preparing tests, sorry. And well, it gives me another bonus that I have to wake up and sleep early before. And I found that I have the ability to sleep very early, like 11 o'clock, and wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, which I've never achieved before. And the last thing, and it's also the conclusion, I suggest all of you to do the hard things. I always self-question myself while doing so, and always wanted to quit, to give up, while when I study preparing for the test at midnight, I always see people doing barbecue parties, they go doing lunch, they have dancing parties and go to nightclubs. Well, I'm just facing a lot of stupid math codes and those boring stuff. And it's always just wanted to let you give up. But I've just learned that there's a curve, and like self-growth curve. Through the path of time, you will meet some difficulties, and when you're going down, it's not bad because after you solve the difficulty, you will get out. And the depth of the difficulty is just fear. And when you solve multiple fears, the fear just get little and little, and then I'll become the people that I admire, which is my classmates. So, in conclusion, be optimistic to achieve your goal, and also stay grounded while learning and working. And don't be afraid to accept hard workings. So, this is my speech. Back to Jimmy.
Thank you for your speech.